Hello, I am back. Let's learn how to set up a belt, shall we? So these belts are very, very interesting. And once you've done them up, they're a little bit really weird and fun, enjoyable, let's say. Because your belt has to be in a certain position. So you can't just have your belt all the way around you, and then when you tighten it up, you know that usually when you tighten up your belt, you then go as far as you can, and you just keep going through those belt loops. This metal part needs to be in a certain position. It needs to be 2 fingers away from a belt loop. I have a perfect image to show you, which will help you work this out a little bit more. That image down there, you'll see the warrant officer and their belt. You'll notice that this part of the belt, if you can see, is around 2 fingers away from the first belt loop. That's where it has to be. Now, it's a little bit interesting to set up, but we can definitely do it. So, with your belts that you get, you'll notice that when you flip it around, so from the buckle, and you flip it around, you'll notice this little metal catch. You basically have to pry under it and open that up. From there, the entire belt will go through. Now, like the tie, this is going to be a little bit difficult to manage to find the correct position. So you can do this while you're wearing the belt. It's just going to be a little bit harder. So then once you do that, once you find your position, so let's say our position is right there with that excess belt, you just clip it in like that. And now that will say nothing to do than that at all. Now, something to keep note with this part, since you now have this, is over here, you have to feed that through backwards through the belt to make sure that it is going the correct direction. Yeah, so look at the belt. But of course, there's like all uniform parts, there is certain rules on how you're supposed to wear these. Again, with that 2-finger rule with this little metal part, that's it from the first belt loop. So it should end up something like that away from your belt. Something like that. That's what it should end up like. Now, of course, there's a couple other rules and whatnot. Like, if we go back to the image and see the warrant officer just there, we'll notice that the buckle of the belt is in line with the buttons. And like I said last video with the tie, you have your tie, you're pretty much just touching this belt buckle. Just touching it. Not too much, not too less. You're also going to make sure that this part here is actually like not on an angle or anything. It's properly straight out. And if we go back to the image, you'll notice that you're not able to see this part. Like I said earlier, you have to feed it through backwards. And your belt, with the metal part here, you start from the left and go all the way around until you eventually end up back in the same position, not twisting your belt at all. Of course, having this part feeding it back through. Within that, we go in and all that other stuff. Now, you don't want to do it too tight because then it's going to be a little bit painful, and you don't want to do it too loose. And I think you can tell why you don't want to do it too loose. But that's how you do this belt, the SD belt. A little bit painful, but it does get the job done. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.